Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are good. So this is Rohit and welcome back my YouTube channel Salesforce Hunt. And today I'm going to show you how to work on the polymorphism, abstraction class, abstraction method, interface under this last workshop that is called OOPS programming under the Apex. This is the day 5 and please watch this until end because it's a very most important for us, and this is the final chapter of this live webinar. Okay, so let's get started without any further delay. Okay, so here let me open my slide and you can see here polymorphism. Okay, so this is the another pillar under the object oriented programming. Okay, so now under this polymorphism, like behaving in different ways depending upon the input received, is known as a polymorphism. Okay, so suppose if you want to take some inputs from your parent or something like that. Okay, so you can easily understand, or you can easily happy with your friends or your parents as well, because it totally depends on one name morph. Okay, so you can define one name and different types of behavior on particular things. Okay, so now that is the whenever the input changes, automatic output can behavior also change. Suppose that you have a birthday. Okay, birthday, so your parent already given you one birthday gift. Okay, but you are not satisfied. Okay, that is the behavior, like this is the behavior of the we can say that polymorphism. So you are not satisfied. Why? Because your parent giving you already given like some gifts, so that gift you are not suitable for your requirement, right? So it's an input, so that's why in your face something like looking like as a sadness. So that is called inputs and outputs. Okay, inputs nothing but is a gift, and output your face expression. That is related to the polymorphism here, right? So now we have lots of things under the polymorphism, and we will see this one by one here, right? So let's get started here. So now you can see types of polymorphism. So we have two types of polymorphism in real world. One is static compile time polymorphism or early binding. These all same. Okay, so this is related to our like static compile time polymorphism or early binding, right? So this is our static first type of polymorphism, right? Then you can see like the second type. So second type you like dynamic runtime polymorphism and late binding. So these all are same, but based on our requirement you can take it from here. Okay, so here let's say just focus on this diagram. And this diagram we have lots of things. One is static or compile time, one is dynamic or runtime. Okay, so static or compile time we can achieve with the help of method overloading and operator overloading. So under Apex we don't have any like operator overloading concept, but we can see method overloading. Okay, now we have like dynamic or runtime polymorphism. So we can achieve with the help of virtual or overriding method under this polymorphism. Okay, so just focus on this diagram. This is a very most important for us. Okay, so now let me show you how to achieve that. So now first is like static polymorphism. Here you can static or compile time. So static or compile time we can achieve with the help of method overloading, right? So this is the method overloading here. So method overloading is nothing but it's an approach which allow multiple method with same name and different parameter. Okay, or number of parameters or types of inputs based on your need. So you can check this one. So let's say here in my example, just focus on that. In this example you can see like public void show. This is the one method here, right? This is the one method that is called show, and I want to create another method with same name. Here you can see like public void show, right? And I just want to pass some parameter under this method that is called one parameter. Here you can see like integer I. After that you can see like public void show, then string name. This is the another parameter. Now public void show, then you can see two types of parameter here. One is a integer, a second one is a string, right? So now and finally you can see like public string show. So this is the invalid. So you cannot define same type of method again and again with the same parameter. This is the one drawback under the method overloading. So if you try like this, first is you already define in the top, and if you want to define in the bottom like this, same signature or we consider same name. So we can the object oriented programming or any programming is not allow this syntax again and again. Okay, but you can use multiple method with the same name and different parameter. That is called overloading. Okay, now not a change in the return type of a method will not take a place. Here you can see, just keep in your mind, this is a very most important. We cannot use any return type for method is not taken a place. Okay, now let's see here. So here, before starting method overriding, here you can see method overloading, right? So let me show you the example of the method overloading. Let me open my org. So now you can see my org here. I just logged in. Let me got it. Some maintenance is going on. Okay, so once you done this thing, again you have to do what? Just open your developer console and just try to open your developer console, and then we will see like how to create the class and how to write the method overloading concept under this lightning experience, or we can say the developer console. So you can use based on your need, right? So here this is the we can say that setup. Just click this setup, and under this setup you will be see that is called developer console. Just click on this developer console here. Once you click this developer console, okay, so you have to do like one example with the help of Apex class. So how to write the Apex class? So here in this developer console, just click on this file, new, and create your Apex class here, right? So here my class name should be like Pascal case. So here let me add the class name, that is called method overloading CLS, something like that. CLS. Just click on this OK, and once you click this OK, so it's creating me one class, we can see that snippets. You can see like public class method overloading CLS. So this is our class. Okay, so under this class we have to write our methods, that is called method overloading. So how to achieve method loading? Static polymorphism, we can achieve method overloading. So what is method overloading? So method overloading is nothing but multiple method with same name and different parameters. Okay, you can pass any parameter based on your need, like let's say integer, string, then you can pass another things like string and integer. So sequence doesn't matter. Okay, so based on your need, so you can pass it. So here under this class, let me define the methods first of all. So method overloading here, right? So how to achieve that? Let me show you method overloading. So first of all, let me create the method that is called public static void, and you can define any method like let's say show method. Okay, so we have to print something here. Let's say system.debug. Under this system.debug, okay, let's say no parameter, no param. Okay, after that define, this is the first method. You can define this method like this, copy and paste same method like that, but you have to change this parameter, otherwise Apex compiler automatically recognize this method like ambiguity. If you want to save and if you want to try to save this method, so it's throwing me some error. Let me save this and I will show you here, right? So you can see some error. Why? Because method already defined. So void method overloading dot this is class. So it's showing like we have two types of method with same name and same signature. We cannot define because it's not overloading. So overloading always achieved by based on the parameters and based on method. So here you can see the method is name, method name is should be same, and you have to change this parameter. Let's say integer a, something like that. So we have one parameter, right? This is one param, we can say that. And after that you can define another method. Let's say public static void so, and we have to define another parameter. Let's say string name and then boolean, something like that. We have two parameters here. You can define multiple methods the same with the help of same name. Okay, so based on your need, so you can do that this one. Now we have something, let's say I will show you here. So we have like system.debug, and after that we can define, let's say boolean bool here. First of all, we have two parameters here, right? So two params, it's a one param here, right? So just save this class and try to execute this class. So how to execute this class? We can execute this class with the help of Onionius window or any web services in the market, okay, or based on our requirement like web page, or we can say trigger. Anywhere you can call this class based on your need, right? For now I'm using only developer console. That's why you can see here all the configuration and all the parts here, right? So how to do that? Just copy this class name here, right? Because it's a static method, so we can call a static method with the help of class name. So how to do that? So just paste it here and copy this method here, and after that you have to define like dot, then you can define this method, and based on this parameter we can recognize which method is calling right now. So you can see this is the first method, that is called no param, right? Here you can see like no param. After that you can define here again, right, this one, and again you have to try like this. And if you want to pass some something related to this parameter, so it's having equal to relationship here. If you part like 10 here, so it's equal to, this is no parameter, you can see this is the new. So we can match our method based on our requirement, right? So now here let me execute first here, right, and let's see what's happened. So just let me execute and let's see the output here. This is the method overloading. So this is a very most important concept if you are Salesforce developer or any developer in any programming. So you can see here my output, that is called no param and one param. Here we can see that only two output here. Why? Because we just already used two methods here. Now it's time to do what? Use third method. So again you have to use this class and then method name, right? So here class dot then method name, you can see like this is the second method. Under this second method we have to pass some name. So name you can pass anything as you want, and true here, this is the boolean value, right? After that you have to execute this one. So just focus on that and please observe and please keep in your mind you have like multiple method with same name and different parameters. That is called method overloading, and you can achieve with the help of this polymorphism. So here you can see like no param, one param and two params, right? So that is called method overloading here. Now let me move my slide and let's see another topic, or let's see here that is called method overriding. Okay, so this is here like method overriding, how to achieve that. So it's an approach of re-implementing parent class method under the child class with the same signature. So suppose that if you have like some gifts given by your parents and you are not satisfied that gift, okay, so what you can do? So you can do with the help of like that gifts, you can carry that gifts and you can return with shopkeeper, right? This is the one way, because this is a re-implementation and you can purchase another gift. This is the one way, right? But here you can see this is the your method in parent class. You can see like test method. We have another method that is called test, same method under class 2. And if you want to perform any reusability under the object oriented programming, so you can use like inheritance. So colon is here, you can see, right? So in the another programming language you can use colon here, or here in my Apex we can use extends, right? So based on your need, so you can do that, right? Now you can see same method in both class. So how to override this method? Let me show you here, right? And what is the difference between overloading and overriding? So here you can see. So overloading, you just focus on that. This is the interview question, okay? Like overloading, in this case we can define multiple method with the same name by changing their parameters. And second is this can be performed either within the class or as well as a parent class also. So this is the one differences, we can say two differences under method overloading and overriding. Now overriding, here you can see like in this case we can define multiple method with the same name and same parameter, right? This can be performed by only parent child classes, can never be performed in the same class. It's only performed by using parent child class, not same class. But you can perform overloading with different class, same class as well different class, like parent to child or child to parent, or we can say that same class method overloading. But overriding always comes like one like relationship, like parent to child, like that, right? So just focus on that and keep in your mind this is an interview question as well. After that you can see like example. So how to perform the example here? We can perform with the help of this one, right? So let's say I have one class that is called parent here. I have another class that is called child. Under the parent we have like one is the test method that is called virtual method, and this is a virtual class, right? And after that you can see non-virtual method here, because virtual class can have both type of methods, virtual as well non-virtual, right? So here you can see this is the non-virtual method. Now you can see show method. Under this child class we have like show methods again, but it's having some parameters you can see, and we have another show method. We have different parameter because it's a 2 parameters and it's a 1 parameter here. Now you can see in the last method we have some override keyword. So if you want to override this method from parent to child, so you can use this keyword override and you can override this method. So how to do that, let me show you. So just open my here and click on this file, create a new class that is called parent. First of all, like parent. So once you create this parent here, okay, so once you try to create the Apex class under this org or any org as you want, so you can create based on your need, right? So it's taking some time, so let it be right now and we will see. Okay, so here and it will be create the file. I don't know what why are taking so much time. So long running operation perform. Okay, again you have to do like what, just refresh this window first of all. So if maybe some internet issue, it's taking some time maybe. Okay, so let me refresh this one, and after that you have to do what, just you have to create your new class, right? So how to create new class, just file, go to the file, create new and Apex class, and this is the parent class, right? This is the parent CLS, like CLS, and click on OK button. So once you, here you can see the duplicate key. So we already have some class, so let me like add like parent, only parent class, click on the OK button. It's also have duplicate, okay, no worries. So Apex class like parent parent class, something like parent class, click on the OK button, and now once you click, now you can see my class is created here, right? So once you create this class, so you have to define some method underneath it. So how to define the method, you can select public static. Okay, just focus on the method overriding. So overriding can be achieved by the dynamic polymorphism. So this is the dynamic polymorphism here, right? So public static, and then you can define like void and method name, let's say show method, right? Under this show method, let me show you first of all like system.debug, just focus on that. I am show method under parent class, like that, parent class. Just save it. Simple example, you can easily understand this method overriding here, right? So just click here and just save this method and just save this class as well. So now you can see my class is saved right now. Now try to create another class that is called child class. So click new and then child class, something like that. Click on the OK button, and now you can see this is the child class. Now it's time to do what, create another method under init. Let's say public, okay, public static and void, it's a void, and then you can use like show method. Okay, so first of all let me show you first of all this show method here, or just focus on that, because let me remove first of all and let me extend that class, parent class, because I need some inheritance here, like extend, and then you have to copy this parent class name, because if you don't know inheritance, so you can watch my previous video, because I already mentioned all the inheritance types and how to achieve the inheritance and what is the benefit of the inheritance and what is the use cases of the benefit in real time, so you can watch. Okay, now here you can see like child class, extend, and after that you have to give your parent class name here, like that. So all the functionality in the parent class comes automatically under the child class. That is the rule of inheritance. So first of all we have to define this class as a virtual. If you want to achieve any functionality from one class to another class, so you have to define this class as a virtual, right? So how to define public virtual and save it. Just let me save it, and once you save it, now we have to do what, go to the here, and now you can see is automatic error gone, right? So let me save this class right now. And once you save this class, again you have to execute this class, that is called child class. So child class doesn't have any method right now, and one method is there with the help of this parent class. So you can see here, let's say I am so method under the parent class, like that. So you will see this output. So how to execute this class? So first of all we have to use this class name like that here, and you can use like dot instance here, and you can use so method, because so like parent, you can use parent directly as well, right? Or you can use here, let me show you here, this is the child now. So this is the child class, like that. So let me save this one first of all. So once you save it, right, once you save it, again you have to do what? Just so just copy this name and paste it here. Instead of parent class, you can use child class, because child class already have that method, that's why. So again you have to click this open log, click on the execute, and once you execute this one, you will be see the method name that is called here. So you can see like I am so method under the parent class, right? Why? Because it's coming from parent class. So this is not like overriding. So this is only reusability. This is an inheritance concept, right? So how to achieve overriding, I will show you. So just focus on this method. This method is a public static void. So, and if you want to use this method under the child class, and if you want to override this method, so that method must be override keyword always here. So how to do that? First of all, you have to write abstract keyword here. Sorry, it's a abstract keyword here, and that this is the parent class. Under the parent class, method should be abstract. Under child class, method should be override. This is the rule about the method overriding, right? So here just see this one, and after that you can see under here, so it's a public abstract, or let me check my method here. It's select public virtual, or you cannot define anything like related to virtual, so you can use directly here. Let's say, let me remove this static keyword first of all and just save it. So once you save it like public abstract void, so here you can see some errors. So what error? Dependency class abstract method cannot be have a body. Okay, so this is the abstract, so you have to use carefully this method, right? So how to use that? So I will show you here. So public virtual void test. So first of all we have to write like public virtual, this one, like virtual void test, like that, or virtual so in my case I am using so method, so that's why. So just change this keyword from like abstract to virtual. So it's a like a virtual class can contain virtual method here, you can see, and non-virtual as well, right? So here you can see like virtual void so, and after that you have to use this method under the child class. So how to override this method? So you can override this method with the help of override keyword, right? So just copy this method and paste it under the child, and just replace this virtual to override keyword, like override keyword. Now change this definition, that is called parent class, as a child class. So method under the child class, just save it, and now you can override this method, right? So from parent to child. So once you save it, again you have to execute this one. So how to execute this one? You can execute this class like that, and once you execute, you will be see here non-static. Okay, fine, this is the non-static, so we have to create the instance of this class. So how to create the instance? If you don't know this instance and all the things, so you can watch my previous video and you can easily understand. C1 equals to new child class, then after that C1 dot, you can use your method name. So my method name is so method here, like that, and after that you have to execute this one. Once you execute, you will be see like I am so method under the child class. So after some time, once you execute, just click on this debug only, and now you can see I am so method under the child class, because we already override that method under the child class. That is called method overriding using polymorphism, right? This is the dynamic binding here, right? Or we can say that it's a dynamic polymorphism. Okay, so this is all about like polymorphism. Now come to the our slide. Now you can see like abstract class and abstract method. So abstract method is a method without having any body, that is called abstract method. So abstract method doesn't have any body, that is called abstract method. Abstract class, a class which contain any abstract member in it, is called abstract class. So just focus on that as well. So here you can see the abstract class example here. Let me define this one. So let me create ABS class for you. First of all, new Apex class like ABS CLS here, and click on this OK button. Once you click this OK button, you can see my class is created now, and after that you can see I have abstract method. So how to define the abstract method? So you can define, let's say, access specifier public, then abstract, because it's an abstract class, so always use the keyword here. Okay, so you can use the keyword that is called abstract and abstract in both places, because it's an abstract class. So abstract class and abstract method contain the abstract keyword. So now let me do here like public, and after that abstract, right? And also you can use the abstract keyword under here, and this abstract method, right? So abstract method doesn't have any return type right now, like void and get name. So this is the method, doesn't have any method body, that is called abstract method here. So this is the abstract method. Just let me save it and let's see what's happened. So first of all, save this class, and you will see there is a no error will become here, I hope fully. So you can see no error, and this is a saved right now, right? So here just focus on that. This is the abstract method and get name, and how to how to use this method under the child class. So you can use like same thing, that is called inheritance. And let me create the class. So how to create the class? Again, you can go here, file, new abstract class, and you can use like ABS class, child class, something like child class, like that, and click on this OK button. And once you done this one, again you have to use extend keywords here, like extends, and you can use ABS class here. So just copy this ABS class and paste it here, right? And after that you can override that method as well here. Let's say override keyword, because we need to implement this method, because abstract method only have the method signature, we can set method here, okay, method name, no method body, and not like we can say that method definitions here, right? So you can see only the method name here, like that. This is the abstract method. So we need to implement this method under the child class. So how to implement? Just you can use override keyword, like let's say public override keyword, and then after that void get name, and you can define your method like that. And you can define like, let's say system dot debug, and my name is Rohit, something like my name is Rohit, something like that, right? And just click on this save button, and you can save this here, like that. So once you save it here, just save it, okay. Here you can see this, okay. So you can see like get name, and it's a saved right now. So how to execute this one? So we can execute, just copy this class name, and this is here in non-static method. We have to create the instance of this class. First of all, let's say a1 goes to new, then class name, and you can access a1 dot that method, that is called get name. So you can use like abstract method like that. So let me execute first of all here, okay. So here you can see execute, and once you click this debug only, so you will be see like that, like my name is Rohit, right? So this is the like abstract class and abstract method. Again you can see here in abstract class we can start once you remove this abstract keyword is a normal Apex class. Once you write this abstract keyword under here, that is called abstract class. This is the main difference. And abstract class contain abstract method. You can see this is abstract method, and you can override this method under the child class, like that. This is the way to use abstract class and abstract method here, right? Now it's time to do what? Next topic. So this is our next topic here, that is called interface. So this is the last topic here in this object oriented programming, that is called interface. So interface contain only abstract method without method body. Always remember, that is called abstract method here. Method without method body, that is called abstract method. Now just focus on this interface here. So interface real time is very important, and we cannot create the instance of the interface. Always remember, and please keep in your mind this one, right? And after that you can see here like class 1 and class 2. We have two classes, and class 1 having some members, and class 2 can be consumed that members with the help of relationship, that is called parent child relationship. That is the meaning of these things, right? So it's time to do like how to perform this interface in our real time. Okay, so you can face like some methods under init. You can provide all the method in a single class, and you can reuse that method anywhere in particular org, or we can say environment, right? So here just let me show you here. This is the example of the interface here. Just focus on that, right? So if you want to define any interfaces, let me show you. First of all, like click on the new and create. If you want to define any interfaces, right, just keep in your mind, so always use I keyword prefix. Okay, so how to define? So here in my case, if you want to define any class or as an interface, so you have to use interface keyword. Let me show you how to change the class Apex class to interface. So first of all, like I, so I keyword, I test interface. First of all, like interface. Okay, just click this OK button, and once you click this OK button, so it's creating me one class, not interface. So it's right now it's a class. So how to change this class to interface? Just remove this class keyword and use like interface keyword, like interface. For right now it's a interface, not class. Okay, so you can change your class name as a interface like that, right? Now we have to use like abstract method, so no need worry about to write like public abstract and then void, something like that under the like interface like abstract method. Previously you can see my method like that, like public abstract, right, then void and get name. In previously get name, it's get name, and this method like that. In previously you can see under my parent, right, this method, this is the abstract method. But in interface no need worry about like public and not abstract, because interface very smart to recognize this method is abstract like that. So how to define the abstract method? Like void under the, and then you can define like void addition, right, addition, and then you can pass two parameter based on your need, like let's say integer a and integer b like that. Okay, and then semicolon. So this is the abstract method under the interface. So here under the interface, so how to implement this method, because interface only contain the method, not method body and all the things, right? So child class is responsible to implement that method, so that's why, right? So how to provide these things? So you can provide, you have to create another class, okay, that is called interface demo or anything as you want. So how to create the class? So you, very simple, just click file, new, click on this Apex class here, and you can define like interface demo, something like that, interface demo, something like that, right? So this is the class. So here you can see the class here, right? So I just created this class, and how to implement that interface here? So you have to use implement keywords here. Okay, if you want to use any interface into the class, is how to use that? With the help of implement keywords. Okay, so how to define? Like implements. So you have to define like implements keyword, then after that you can give your interface name. So my interface name is like I test interface. Just let me copy this interface name here, and after that you can use under here like that. So this class that is called interface demo class contained one method automatically once you implement this one. And don't do like this, because if you want to use any interface of the under the classes, so it's a class is responsible to implement all the methods under the interface. So we have only one method, that is called addition method. So child class that is called this class is responsible to implement, or we can say that to describe that method body under here. So how to do that? Like let's say public, you have to use like the public here, and then public void is a return type, and then you can use addition, something like that, addition, and you can pass two parameters here. So how to pass the parameter? So simple, just integer here, like say integer a, and then integer b, and you can perform your addition operation like system.debug, and then you can use like addition, and then something like that plus, and you can perform like a plus b here in the same line. Just let me save this and let me execute. So how to execute this like class, you know very well, with the help of ununious window. So here we have some problem. Why? Because must we implement the method it, there's something like that. So I already implement. So let me check the method name. Maybe something different in the naming convention. So let me check. Yeah, and let me save it. So once you save, you will be not get any error right now. After some time, it's automatic removed here, right? So once you save it, so you will be not get any error, I hope. Yeah, so it's automatic remove the error here, and it's a successfully saved. So how to execute this class? So we can execute this class based on our need. So how to execute? With the help of ununious window. So just let me create the instance of this class. First of all, let me remove this like that, and d1 equals to new this class, and after that d1 dot, and you can call your method like that. Okay, if you don't know about the parameter method, so you can watch my playlist related to my object oriented programming in this channel, right? So here d1 dot addition, and you have to pass two numbers here, because we have already mentioned here like integer a, integer b, and you can pass here like 10 and 20, right? And after that you can execute this one. Okay, so once you execute, you will be see the output as we expect. So just click on this debug only, and you can see like addition is 30. Okay, so this is all about like object oriented programming under Apex. Not like Apex, you can implement these all kind of things in any programming. Okay, so it's not hardcore rule, only the Apex, so you can work accordingly like that. Okay, so guys, I hope you learned something new in this series, and hopefully you get some knowledge about object oriented programming, and I hope you will be do like that or this, and till then.